How we doing, everyone? Welcome back to Golf Subpar with Colt, Knost, and Drew Stoltz. And this fall, every shot you take with Fanatics Sportsbook is putting points on the board. When you bet with Fanatics, you earn up to 10% fan cash back on your bets, win or lose. So even if your bet misses, you're still scoring fan cash, which you can use on tickets, exclusive Fanatics events, and merch on Fanatics.com. And now through the end of the year, be sure to check out our weekly picks in the Fanatics Sportsbook app. Make the switch and get more ways to win. Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 years or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777. Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Maryland, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app. All right, so there's a lot of golf action around the world, including right here in Scottsdale, which we'll save because it was the main event.
Large.
Butterfield Bermuda Championship. Adam Schenk, first win in over 230 starts, needed it badly. Was 137th on the FedEx going in, which is 2 events left. Was staring Q School dead in the eye, but not no more. He is a champion. 2-year exemption, moves up to 67th in the FedEx Cup points race.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a pretty serious golf fan, I think, to be like tuned in to Bermuda. Mm-hmm. It's not the final week. There's still another one afterward. It's at a weird time. The wind blows 100. If you watched it Sunday, it was sweet. Like there was football on. I was going back and forth. The wind was blowing 400 miles an hour. It seemed like everybody in contention with a chance. It was super volatile. I was like, if someone can get in the house at 12 or something, like they may win this thing. Everyone around the lead needed an enormous week to like get in. They seemed to all be outside the top 100. All needed a huge week. And it comes down to, like, honestly, the last 2 holes, Adam Schenk, a guy who has been about as vocal with putting yips as any guy that I can think of. Putts one-handed. Like his whole routine is just wild. Comes down to like a 4-footer on 17 and a 5-footer on, of course, a 5-footer on 18 to win and change his whole life, dude. It was a really, like, I know it's not, doesn't change global golf or anything like that Adam Schenk's going to be on the PGA Tour for another 2 years, but those are the, like, most fun to watch, I think.
That's what the fall is all about. Just turning your career around, turning your season around. I mean, this is a life changer for him. Look at guys like Chandler Phillips, who was also way out of keeping his card. Solo second, moves up to 92nd. So therefore, he's pretty much locked good with RSM. Max McGreevy was 100 going in, finishes tied for third, moves well inside the number. He's good to go now. The wild one was Takumi Kanaya, who was outside the top 100 going in, was tied for second, had 4 feet on the last for par. If he makes it, he moves up to 83rd. He missed it. He is now 99 going into RSM. So trouble for him, but him missing that also gave Chandler Phillips more points, which locked up his card. But Takumi Kanaya was going from having just a relaxing week at RSM to now, oh boy, we got to go out there and play well. Damn sure got to make the cut to have a chance to keep your card for 2026.
Yeah, there's just nothing easy about being on the bubble. It's just like the one putt, and that also like puts into context Schenk's putt, which was longer, similar line, a little further, but like, I mean, that finish, I was sitting there. I got no dog in the fight whatsoever. Root for all these dudes to play well, obviously. But I was like, man, this would be. I hope this goes in, because if this doesn't, like, he's already. You can tell there's a lot going on when he gets over the ball with the putter, right? Like the whole routine, the lining up, then going back and doing it again. Hands move all over. He stands up super tall on 17, misses the one to the right. And again on 18, it looked like he was hunched over damn near 90 degrees.
The right hand was on the shaft.
So much stuff going on. When he putts, I was like, please just go in. This could potentially just break his entire brain. And then he's such a nice dude, too.
Yeah, I watched probably the last, 7 or 8 holes, and you could see the nerves. They were there. And it wasn't just the putting. It was everything. I thought him and his caddy were talking a lot, hitting some different shots, which was really cool in the win. But pressure is a privilege, but pressure also sucks because you have to show up. And saw a lot of guys hit some bad shots, like people finding the water on 17 off the tee, the par 5, and they're hitting irons into the water.
How about his layup? How about Schenk's layup on 17?
Yeah, it wouldn't.
That was sick. It was like a putt.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
I loved it. But yeah, man, that's the fall events. That's what they're all about. I know they don't get the ratings, the stars aren't there, but this is Adam Schenk doesn't care. Couldn't be happier right now.
If I could have paused time before he hit that last putt and you were setting the odds,
oh boy,
what would that have been?
With the wind,
that's
whipping,
not even money.
I mean, that's a hard putt. I think with no wind
on smooth greens,
downhill. And breaking pretty good. I mean, and just with his putting stats, I believe he was 132nd putting on the season this year in the PGA Tour. I mean, he's he's plus money, I think, to
It's
make
plus
it.
money. I don't know if it's 2-1 or not, but it's definitely plus
With
money.
all that on the line, yeah, it was nuts. So, I mean, hey, hope maybe this turns it around and like gives him a ton of confidence with the putter going forward.
Well, I mean, at least he's got some time to figure it out now without grinding over he missed 8 cuts in a row. Like, I think, he had these huge stretches of missed cuts multiple times during the year, missed 15 cuts on the thing. Like, you're just watching yourself fall down and fall down. Knowing that you're going to have a week almost like he just had this week. You don't have to worry about any of that shit. I mean, if anything can help at least ease the mental tension of putting, having a 2-year exemption on the PGA Tour, knowing you're there, got to help.
Well, this was a guy just 2 years ago finished 8th in the FedEx Cup.
He was a machine.
Yeah, and I mean, golf's hard. It changes a lot.
No shit. Skinny too. Skinny Schenk. Super skinny. Looks good.
But congratulations to him. That's awesome. His wife put out an awesome tweet. They were not there, her and the kids. They're heading to Sea Island. She said was about to pull out to the airport, and their little son yelled, "Did you bring my club? I got to hit bombs with Daddy." So that'll be a cool moment when they get together in Sea Island. But happy for him and the whole family. They're fantastic people. Matt Fitzpatrick wins the DP World Tour Championship. Rory McIlroy, though, wins the race to Dubai for the 7th time. Now just trails Colin Montgomery, who has 8.
I think they'll get him.
I mean,
I think he'll catch him.
The Earth course over there in Dubai, whatever they call it, Rory McIlroy, he destroys the place. Makes eagle on the 72nd hole to get into the playoff with Fitzpatrick. Then he found the water, but still just another great week from Rory. Matt Fitzpatrick, his first win in 2 years. Tommy Fleetwood missed the playoff by a shot. I mean, there's nobody playing better than him. By the way, that guy on social media that was coming at us.
I actually chimed in
about Tommy. Yeah, I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
In what world is this dude not one of the top 2 or 3 players in the world? Have you been, like, since August?
And we got attacked for Ben Griffin, too. And, I mean, just every ranking there is has Ben Griffin in the top 10.
Yeah, like OWGR, if you want to throw it out the window. Use the other ones. Whatever. The guy won 3 times.
I believe he was 9th in OWGR, and then Data Golf, which a lot of people use and thinks a lot more accurate. I think he was 5th.
I don't think either of them are arguable. I mean, there's data to show it. Yeah. But if you don't think Tommy Fleetwood right now, current day, is one of the best guys in the world, then I don't know what golf you watch.
Yeah. All right. Well,
is it good though? Like, let me ask you this: Rory 7 times now raced to Dubai. That plays predominantly on the PGA Tour. Is that good for like the DP World Tour? Sure, you want a star, I guess, like winning it. But when it's like, here's a guy, your tour is secondary to him, and yet he wins it every single year. Yeah, is that a good thing? I don't know.
I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know. I mean, I get it. Like the major championships count. He earns points on the DP World Tour through that. The Players Championship, I believe, as well. And then he goes over and plays, 5, 6, 7 events on the DP World Tour. And he normally plays pretty damn well.
He normally wins or comes close, yeah.
I know he meets all the criteria to be a member of the DP World Tour. He plays all his minimums and everything. So, yeah, I mean, I think they're happy when he wins the race to Dubai.
He said, although recently he's not going to be bound by any minimums going forward. So we'll see what happens that does going forward for the chase at Colin Montgomery.
Let's get to the main event, though. The member.
The enormous.
Which you and I, neither of us were victorious. Myself and the Juice, OJ, were actually tied for the lead after the first day. Couldn't bring it home. We struggled a little bit on the up course.
Closing is tough.
Wasn't great, but the good news is we each had our clubs both days. Can't say that for everyone in the field.
I had a little stress day one, dude. Little stress. 10:45 shotgun. I'm like, I'm getting up there early this year. I'm going to have a breakfast. I'm going to see a bunch of people I haven't seen. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to hit balls. I'm going to have just a good day. We're going to be ready to go by the time we get to the first tee. Get my car, drive up there. 30-minute drive. Perfect, dude. I'm pulling in at 9:50. I'm like, this is
55
beautiful.
Minutes before the tee time. You're having this full prep.
Like a full hour, dude. I'm going to eat everything. Yeah, I only need, if I can get balls for 10 minutes before, like that's plenty. I'm like, this is going to be beautiful. Just a nice leisurely. I don't have to just race to the first tee like I normally do. Get out of the car, push button, trunk open up. Empty trunk. And clubs are in the garage. Push the button, get back in. Said, I'll be right back.
You need those.
I'll be right back.
Why didn't you get a rental set?
I thought about it, but I was like, dude, I can get back and I can get home and get back up here and pretty close to when we tee off. I didn't end up missing any hole. They just kind of delayed our hole from teeing off. The group behind us hadn't finished their hole yet, so it was okay. But I was like, I'm gonna drive all the way up here and play with some rental set or something like that. Plus, they're not as good as the Cobras, obviously. Okay. So, anyways, got them, found them, and we played phenomenal, dude. We shot 19 under in 2 days, and the Shamble didn't even sniff with the way the shots work out. Apparently, way better, by the way.
Maybe get some Callaways. You could have shot 24 under.
Yeah, possibly.
But a lot of fun, as always, up there. Shocker, our flight, Andrew Medley and Ricky Barnes won again. because that's what they do.
They got a stranglehold on that a little bit.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun, as always. Nice to be out and play some golf. Weather was money. Course was incredible.
Cards
Greens
were flowing
fast.
like the salmon of Capistrano.
Yeah, it was a good time. Member. I feel like the members they're awesome. They're just the member guest is like just the major.
I think that one's fun though for us because it's like everyone's back for the first time.
Yeah.
That's the one like we were talking about back in my younger days. I used to have some big evenings up there. Now I'm a little old washed. Yeah. Yeah, the bushes maybe vomited them a little bit. Who knows? Now I'm out of there after cards, but it's still
we're getting old.
Sweet. We are. And there's no doubt about that. But
Speaking
good to be
old,
back. It's golf season.
Speaking of old, right before I got here, I just got a stem cell shot in my hip.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
How's that?
I don't know. Let you know here in a little while.
Stem cell. That's
it's serious shit.
That's real shit, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they think I have a
That's
torn
stuff
labrum.
they take from like umbilical cords? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Science.
Nice.
But I mean, everybody swears by it. Went in. Doctor referred me to this guy here in Scottsdale. Went and talked to him. Said he works with a lot of pro athletes, so he felt comfortable.
Right.
Of course. Shot it up. He said, normal. He said, normal people, I would say, take like 6 weeks off. He's like, you're fine. Just go ahead and do whatever you want.
Do whatever. You can get in and out of the cart as many times as you want.
So, we'll see. I'm excited.
All right, dude. If that works, I'm going to get some just voluntary stem cells.
Been just dealing with a bad left hip for quite some time, which is pretty common, I think. And we'll see. Doctor swears by it, so I listen to them.
Getting old sweet.
I know.
So good. Hip is like, that's old man shit.
Shit, man. It sucks. Oh, by the way, also, speedy recovery to Justin Thomas, who had back surgery because of hip pain. Had some disc issues. He's going to be out of the Skins game. Shane Lowry has taken his place. But sucks for him to be out a little bit. But, hey, get it done now. And then hopefully be back in time for Augusta. He said he's not going to put a timetable on anything or circle an event to come back to. But I have a feeling with him doing it right now, like they did it pretty quick, it's trying to get back for major season.
Yeah, he got 6 months. He's already out of the hospital, already doing videos and stuff like that. I think I would imagine he did it right now to get it done as quick as possible. Play some events, hopefully, before Augusta, and then go. But a lot of young people having back problems in golf these days.
It's all that speed we create.
No. That's why you and I got it figured out. Just slow the shit down. What's everyone in a rush for, dude? Just chill out. Back feels fine.
Speedy recovery to JT. Let's get to our gambling for the week. Fanatics Sportsbook. Download it. Follow along. And if you followed along last week in the NFL, you got a little plus 605, was it?
Yeah, your kids are going to college for free.
Congratulations to us and all of y'all that followed along. Really wasn't too much stress, except for the Bears. They tried to puke that off for us at the end and then slid that field goal just inside the uprights.
They are some greasy bastards in Chicago. They are on, feels like borrowed time, but they keep winning.
Well, they're in our parlay this week because we're running it right back again. 3 NFL teams, money line parlay. Mentioned the Bears. They got the Pittsburgh Steelers coming to town. Steelers probably going to be out without Aaron Rodgers. Defense is good. I'm with you. Chicago just keeps greasing these things out. Mike Tomlin's too good of a coach to let that keep happening. We're going to take the Steelers in our first one.
Yep, I like that.
And then next, and I hate to do it, to our man here in Arizona, Coach Gannon, but the Cardinals are struggling. The Jacksonville Jaguars are looking pretty nice. They were part of our parlay last week, got it done for us. We're going to rely on them again this week because they're coming out here to the desert to take on the Arizona Cardinals, and we're going with the Jags. And then our last one.
I feel like they're the sneaky team not getting that much love. I think they've looked bad at times, but they've beaten some good teams too.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And then our last one, I'm just going to let you do it because I can't say it out loud.
It's going to hurt you, but I saw the line and I thought there was a misprint on it. But we got Eagles at Dallas. Eagles only given 4.5. We'll take them on the money line. They're only like minus 225 on the money line, but in Dallas, I don't know. In a dome, I was like,
they hate each other. They normally always play each other close.
They do. There's a divisional element to it and all that stuff, but also one's the Eagles and one's Dallas. So money line, feel pretty good about it.
All right, Eagles, Jags, Steelers for our NFL money line. Over in the college world, which people have been very critical of our picks.
We were winless in Seattle last week.
We're not going to keep us from firing again, though.
0.
All right, my squad's coming off a bye week. The SMU Mustangs looking to somehow sneak into this ACC championship game. This conference is an absolute disaster. 3-point favorites at home against Louisville. They're okay. They've won a lot of close games, but give me the Mustangs -3.
That ACC could be a complete train wreck on who plays in that conference championship game. I'm going to stay over in the Big 12. This team that I'm taking got a nice little bye week last week, although they had to play. The BYU Cougars put the wood to TCU, who's just a walking piece of shit right now. They're going to Cincy, -2.5. I think they need to keep winning to play in the Big 12 championship. They are good. They looked really good last week, and I think Cincy coming off an L as well. I just think BYU's marching towards the Big 12 championship game against Texas Tech. They can run that back.
Okay, there you have it. In the golf world, RSM Classic, the last event of the PGA Tour season. A lot on the line for a lot of guys, but we're trying to make some money here. I'm going with a local boy. When you look at him, you just think Sea Island. Davis Thompson, +210, top 20.
He is.
It's definition.
You could just see him be like, you live in Sea Island.
Yeah.
You don't need to know anything about him without question. It was so hard for me. I was like, I'm picking a Sea Island guy. Of course I'm picking a Sea Island guy. But I looked and like, ton of them, they haven't played hardly at all. Even though it's their home course. Like, I don't know. Some of them might be out hunting, maybe not playing. So I went down a little bit and I found Eric Cole, top 20, +250. He does not take much time off. Mm-hmm. He plays a lot. Has 2 top 10s in the fall. I believe picked one up in Mexico. Took the weekend off in Bermuda. No problem. Gale Force wins out there. But I'll take Eric Cole, top 20.
Okay. All right. Well, that's our gambling segment for the week. Once again, make sure you download the Fanatics Sportsbook app. Follow along with us. All right, our guest this week. This boy is a bad boy. He, if you watch the Internet Invitational, he was the talk of the town, except for the people that messed up and made mistakes.
There's some other talk.
By far, the best player in the field. This kid is a stud. We've had him on here before. But Brad Dalke joins us on Subpar to talk Internet Invitational.
All right, it is a pleasure to have 1/3 of the winning team of the Internet Invitational with us. He's a former college All-American and national champion at OU. Now he has taken the YouTube golf world by storm. Here to give us a little scoop on the entire week from Good. Brad Dalke is here. Dalke, congrats, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and thank you for having me on. Again, I'm excited to talk to you boys, and let's have a little fun.
That was awesome, man. I loved it. I watched every bit of it, all 6 episodes. Didn't really know it was going to take 30 hours of my time, but I was invested, and I watched. I got to ask, though, does your wife get a little jealous of all the love you get from all the men out there on the Internet Invitational? I mean, my goodness gracious, they love you.
It's wild. She commented, I think, on the last one, and it actually got a lot of love, and there's a bunch of guys in there saying, like, you have no idea how lucky you are. You're married to Brad and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I think she's, I don't know if she's actually worried, but she does verbally say, I am a little worried one of these guys is going to try to get at and go after you.
They definitely
imagine writing that to another. You're so lucky.
You're so lucky.
You're married. And I'll tell you what, dude, what you could do if you start auctioning yourself off for like member guest availability across country, that'd be a great, while you're in between YouTube events or tournaments or whatever, that you could probably make a nice coin.
Might be a good little business idea there.
I own that idea. You get with me.
People have Cameo. Now we just create this member guest. Yeah, that'd be great.
Just bring in hired guns.
Whisper Rock anytime soon. I'm in.
Hired guns. We get Hayden Wood. Call Hayden.
That'd be a pretty good duo right there.
That would be.
Let's talk about this Internet Invitational because it turned out incredible. Between Bob Does Sports, the Barstool guys, the whole production was just phenomenal. But give us a little insight what it was like, because I feel like 48 people flew out there, didn't really know how it was going to go, but just take us through the week because it was a huge success with over 20 million views.
Yeah, it was. Going into the whole thing, nobody knew what was going on. We don't know what the format was. We didn't. I didn't know if it was going to be like individual handicapped. I didn't know if it was going to be like a Squid Games type thing where the first challenge is like if you miss the green, you're out or something like that. Nobody had any idea. And I think they did a really good job with the format because it was able to show, and it did it perfectly. It was able to show what someone who's like a past pro like me versus like a comedian like Francis or Frankie or someone like that. Like it compared how we reacted under like $1 million pressure. And I think that's exactly what they wanted. I think they wanted it to be like A, B, C player for both teams coming down the stretch, alternate shot, every single shot matters. And I think they killed it with the setup and with the format. And then it was wild to see, I think Ryder, who is Ryder Riva, he's Garrett Clark's editor. He was helping out there. And he took a picture of the table of microphones and like table of cameras before one of the shoot days. And it was ridiculous. Like the amount of microphones that were all synced up together, the amount of cameras, like so many things could have gone wrong if just one mic stopped working throughout the 10 hours of filming that day. And I mean, everything just seemed to go so smoothly. They did such a great job editing it, making it into literally 6 movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it was wild. And just the fact that there's that many matches going on at the same time, they're able to make this timeline where everything fit in together like puzzle pieces. It was unreal what the Barstool team and Bob Diz Sports team did. And yeah, I mean, I've texted Brendan, who's the Barstool 4Plays main editor. I texted him multiple times, like, dude, y'all are absolutely killing it. This is unreal. So yeah, big kudos to them for making the format what it was. Dave Portnoy for having this idea and going through with it. And then the editors and videographers for all just doing an amazing job and making this really the best, masterpiece YouTube golf's ever seen so far. So it was unbelievable. So I was so happy to be a part of it. And obviously being able to win it was even more special.
20 million eyeballs on the inaugural run.
Wow. Was that your
Good
first
show.
time meeting Portnoy? Because I feel like when you first walked on the tee, he was like, apparently this Dalke guy's pretty good. Like he played in the Masters or something.
Yeah, that was my first time meeting him. So, and he's, he's a character. It's one of those things. There's no other Dave Portnoy in the world. He's his own person. And I really respect it, regardless of what you think about him. Some people love him, some people hate him, whatever. Regardless of what you think about him, he truly is the same person when the camera's rolling versus when it's not. And I can respect that a lot. It's one thing if he's this huge character when the camera's on and he's doing his pizza reviews and whatever, and then he's someone else when he's, the camera's not on. But he is genuinely Dave Portnoy, whether that camera's rolling or not. And I respect him a lot for that. And obviously he's very polarizing, but he knows how to get clicks. He knows how to get views. He's obviously built something massive at Barstool through that strategy. And he did a great job. I mean, he did a fantastic job, not creating the drama, just letting the drama happen. And then, making sure it was edited in a way to where it really showed the drama and got a lot of views.
Yeah. And having him there, not just like talking about it, but on site, tweeting about it, like it adds a lot of juice to the tournament. And like you just mentioned, you guys also got the perfect storm with drama. I feel like every episode there was something going on. I mean, we got Luke Kwan sleeping through his tee times. We had the Slope on Rangefinders Improved Lives. Which incident did you think you got the most response from or the most like outrage from on your socials?
I mean, I think for my own thing, the Slopegate is the biggest thing. I guess they're calling it. I guess nowadays you just add gate to any.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
Drama, and it's it's what it's called. But Slopegate with Mo, just because he is a good guy, and obviously we're a little closer to him than we are to Quan. Obviously was a good guy, but now he's not. And then Paige, we filmed a couple times with her. But yeah, I'd say this Slopegate was probably ended up being the biggest one, which I think Quan is very thankful that both of those things happened on that last episode. It took a little more heat off him, but there's a lot of drama. And luckily for me, on that last day, I tried to stay away from it as much as possible because I was the A player on my team. I knew I had to keep playing well for us to have a chance to win coming down the stretch. So I literally just made like a promise to myself. I'm like, hey, I'm staying out of this drama. I am not getting involved. There was at one point, like 25 people held it up around one laptop trying to see the video of Mo with the rangefinder. And I'm just like, I'm just staying on the tee box. I'm not getting involved. I don't care. I'm just focusing on my game and trying to give ourselves the best chance to win. And I'm glad I did, because I think some of that drama is very easily to get wrapped up in. I think a lot of people did. And I was able to just kind of focus on my game and just keep playing golf and try to help me, Beef and Francis, win that thing.
Yeah, you let the clubs do the talking. There's no doubt about it. Everybody else likes to be entertaining, saying certain things and all that. But, you're close with Mo. He's a member of the good team. And since this all came out, I mean, listen, social media is a very tough place and people can be really harsh. How has he been with everything that's come out?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been tough. He does live in Utah, so he doesn't live in Dallas like a lot of us do. So I don't see him quite as much. I really only see him on trips. But I mean, from what I've heard, and he's posted some things on his Instagram of, he doesn't mind if people come at him. I guess he has some people going at his family, like DMing his family members, saying terrible things about, Mo or about them, whatever. And it's like that's when it gets to a point. It's like, hey, look, if no matter what you think about the situation, whether you think he cheated or you think he didn't, like, go at Mo. Like, he's even said, like, he can handle, I'm not condoning going at Mo by any means, but he said, come at me, just don't come at my family. Like they had literally nothing to do with it. They weren't even there. They weren't even at the Invitational. So there's, it's the internet, and you're obviously going to have a lot of keyboard warriors that, want to give their input to, to Mo or to anybody else. But yeah, I think that's the only thing he's struggling with is like, people going at his family, which is just obviously obnoxious and just unbelievable that people do that. But again, it's like, it's the internet. And when you have that many eyeballs on you for one video, it's like, if you do the right things, you're going to get praised. If you, possibly do the wrong things, you are going to get heat. So that's kind of what you sign up for when you sign up for an event like that and go play.
I'll say this. Here's the deal. Like, you don't have to give your opinion on it because he's your boy and he's on your team. Like, I saw the video. Do I think he moved the button? Absolutely. Do I think it's a big deal? No. Like, this isn't a PGA Tour event. I mean, it's a slope on a rangefinder. Who cares?
Exactly. I mean, it's the same thing. The video does not look good. I will say that. Yeah. But also at the same time, it's like no one will ever know for sure if he did, except for Mo. It's like he's the only one, I think, who will ever know whether he was or not. Maybe he was just freaking out and checking it and just looked wrong. I don't know. But only he'll know for sure. His video obviously doesn't look fantastic, and most people, I think, would agree with that. But again, like you said, it's people going that crazy over it on a YouTube event. It's pretty wild. But yeah, it was a whole drama, and I'm glad during that moment I was just able to stay out of it and just kind of do my own thing and just let my clubs do the talking, like you said.
Some passionate people. Guy using a slope on his rangefinder. Like, I need to message some hate to his wife. That's what I'm going to take the time out of my day to tell his wife what a piece of shit I think he is. Oh, I mean, what does it matter with these people?
Before we get back to Brad Dalke, if you're serious about your golf game, your vision on the course matters. That's where Shady Rays Golf Collection comes in. They're designed specifically for golf, with color-enhancing lens tech that helps you read greens sharper, track the ball faster, and spot breaks and contours you'd usually miss. They are lightweight, engineered for glare reduction, and have a comfort fit, so you'll stay dialed in even on long rounds. And here's the best part. If you lose or break them, Shady Rays will replace them. Seriously, this is more than just eyewear, it's performance upgrade. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use code SUBPAR for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Now back to Brad Dalke.
To go to some positive stuff, I would say of the whole thing, you came away as the big winner. Clearly you won the tournament, but just like PR-wise, the way you come across, I think you were the guy. And there was a lot of people that took some negative PR like we've been talking about right now. But outside of yourself, who's one person that stood out maybe that you think shined at the Internet Invitational?
I mean, I think Chaz did a great job. I mean, he's a hell of a golfer. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I had seen videos. I'd never played with him. Good had one time, but it was a trip it was like a certain day I wasn't able to go. So I didn't get to play with him. That was the first time I'd seen him play a little bit in person. He's impressive. I mean, he swings as hard as he can at every shot, and it just goes dead straight. And he plays really good golf, and he's got a great personality. I think he was a big winner. I think Bubby was a little polarizing on some of it, but I think he was a big winner too because he was very team first mentality. And then obviously I think it's been a little polarizing with him calling out Mo on the last round, which he holds true to his morals. It's like even in good videos, whatever. It's like if he thinks someone's ever cheating or doing something wrong, like he's the first person who's not afraid to call someone out, which I think is, very commendable of someone, to be able to have the courage to like call someone out in front of people and not just kind of hold it in. It takes a lot of courage. So I think Bubby was a little polarizing, but mainly he was a winner coming out of that thing. And then obviously Francis. I mean, Francis was he's the funniest guy in the room. I love Francis. That dude is. We filmed with him like a year ago in the Bahamas, or a little over a year ago, and he was awesome. And he's gotten so much better at golf too since then. And he's just a funny dude. And then obviously Beef, rest in peace to Beef. He was literally the nicest person in the entire world. Like, I mean, y'all probably saw all the social media posts, even the day that it was announced of his passing. Like, everyone was saying just how genuine he was. Every time they talked to him, he was just the nicest person they'd ever met. And it's true. I mean, he's one of those few people that can make anyone feel like the most important person in the room when he talks to you. And I think that shows a ton about someone's character if they can make you feel that way. And he genuinely was such a great man. And obviously this whole thing was kind of ended up being a tribute to him, which obviously wish this situation never happened with him. But the fact that it did, and he's still, it's kind of a God thing that he hit the first shot of the tournament, the last shot of the tournament, and then obviously the tribute to him at the end. It was cool to see. I think everyone was shedding a tear when, that those last few minutes happened in that video. So definitely some winners, and obviously a few losers too. But that's, again, you put yourself out there in front of millions and millions of people, and kind of a reality TV type setting. It's like there's going to be winners and losers, and that's kind of what you sign up for.
Yeah, you need that.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to Francis, I was watching that final episode, and when Paige popped off to him, and I love Paige, and I was like, oh boy, let's not go barking up that tree. That's the one that'll come back at you, and I don't think it's going to go well.
Yeah, I definitely egged him on a little bit too. Once I kind of felt what was happening, because it was really a flip of a switch, like, and I've always liked Paige too. I mean, we filmed with her some, and she's always been super nice, and that first green of that last round, she's kind of barking at Francis about that putt, which literally it was like a 2-foot putt that you're playing outside the hole. Like I'm not giving that putt ever. And she started kind of barking up that wrong tree, and I felt like that was a good opportunity to kind of egg Francis along, and maybe he could bring his comedian side out, and he did a little bit. It was funny what he said on the tee box about this is my side gig, and we're playing for the same thing here. But Francis is awesome. He's definitely someone you don't want to egg on and kind of get on his bad side. But if you're on his good side, like I was and I had been, he's a funny guy and he's fun to be around.
You could tell the tension definitely ramped up once the final match started. And a lot of people saying going in, like it was you, Beef, and Francis versus Mo, Paige, and Frankie. And a lot of people were saying they were like a pretty big favorite just because all three of them can hit it decently well. Mo can play, Paige can play. But I mean, I thought you were just obviously the massive X factor. I know it's alternate shot, but you can you're going to win the holes you tee off on. What were your thoughts going into that final match? Did you think y'all were underdogs?
It's all, I mean, I knew I had to play really well. I'd say overall we probably were underdogs, just because I knew I had to play extremely well, like I had been the last couple of days before then. So I knew I was playing well at that time, but I had to keep it going. And then with the alternate shot, you just never know, especially a place out like at Paynes Valley. The fairways are big, but you can also find a lot of trouble. And with the alternate shot, when you're playing with a 6 handicapper and a 12 handicapper, whatever the handicaps are, it's like anything can really happen. Mm-hmm. And whenever, for instance, Francis's first tee shot of the round, he hits his worst tee shot of the day, and we basically lose that hole off the tee box. And it's like, well, if that keeps happening, then that's 5 or 6 holes we're probably going to lose. And you just never know when it comes to 3 or 6 total people with that different array of handicaps. Like you just don't know what's going to happen. I thought we were definitely a little bit underdogs, but I was very happy to see that I was teeing off against Frankie, and I love Frankie to death. That dude is awesome. He's one of my favorite people in the YouTube space. But I said in the video, like in that moment, I was wanting to make him just as puny as possible on that tee box. Love him to death, but in that moment, in the competitive environment, it's like I wanted to take advantage of me versus him on each tee box, those 6 holes. So we were able to do that, and then Beef and Francis held their own. The last few holes they started crumbling a little bit just because the nerves really just got real as we were trying to close out the match. But they did enough, and they really came in clutch in a lot of different moments in the par 3 portion and in the final portion. And again, I played really well, but if it wasn't for them coming in clutch in certain moments, like we would not have had a chance to win.
Yeah, it was like the perfect ending. I mean, all the things you said about Beef, there were like the scandal or whatever you want to call it throughout the rounds. Like I feel like the right team won for this thing to be as big a success as it could possibly be. Frankie did have a tough way to lose it with the knife into the lake on the last. How did you get to talk? Like, how did he handle that afterwards? Like, I know it's a fun thing and it's an internet, invitational, but that's still meaningful money. Yeah.
I mean, that's tough. It's a lot of money. And in those moments, even though, we only have 40 people watching us at the time, you know that these videos are going to get millions of views, and this is going to be the biggest YouTube golf thing ever. So you definitely don't want to hit shots like that because you know it's going to be embarrassing. You know it's going to be clipped all over the place and all that good stuff. But I felt for him. I didn't really get to talk to him much afterwards, but obviously that's, as he has Dave in his ear. He has, chirping him the whole time, calling him butter knives on the 18th tee box. And then he actually goes and does it. It's like, I felt for him. Obviously wanted to win. Do whatever we need to do to win, but I felt for him just because that's his bugaboo. That's his, his kind of shtick at times. Like, he's known for hitting bad wedge shots and bad chips. And the fact that it came out like in the one moment that you just do not want something like that to come out. I felt for him, but that's part of the competition. It's you got to hit shots under pressure and you got to do it. And it happened to go our way that day, but definitely felt for him a little bit, especially seeing the clips. It's like that's just a tough way to finish.
I did the thing.
No, dude,
I did the thing.
Cold cuts the ball. Cold cuts as the ball was rolling.
It was like, I did the thing. It was unbelievable.
The ball's rolling 40 miles an hour, dead into the middle of the lake. It's probably going to skip once it lands, and Cold cuts like, sit, spin.
Brad, like, obviously, like, I got a chance to play with you last year. Everybody knows, how good you were at Oklahoma. You make the finals of the U.S. Amateur. You play the Masters. You've played at the highest level. And everyone on YouTube Golf obviously just raves about your talent, and it's real. Like, you have the talent to play on the PGA Tour. With how successful YouTube's going, like, is there any thought of this at all about wanting to give it another go?
It's always there. I love competition. I love competing, and now I'm in such a different spot now than I was when I was doing pro golf before.
Mm-hmm.
When I was doing pro golf before, I think I legitimately probably was a scratch to 2 handicap.
Your dog disagrees.
Yeah, you don't like that. Don't talk about yourself like that.
Nala, shush. Sorry. But yeah, I think when I was doing pro stuff, I think I was legitimately like a 2 handicap, scratch to 2 handicap. I couldn't hit the broadside of the barn with the driver. Me trying to fix my driver made my irons awful, so I couldn't hit a golf ball to save my life. Luckily, I still have my wedges and putting to somewhat keep myself in it a little bit, but I'm such a different golfer now. Like, I'm back to being a very good golfer now. So there's always that itch of like, hey, I want to go back and compete again and see what I can do against these guys now that I have my game. But at the same time, I don't really want to go through the grind of it. As y'all know, the grind it's a lot, and it costs a lot of money. You don't really make much money unless you do get to that top level. So, and there's a lot of money in YouTube now. So I think it's a matter of, if I get some sponsor exemptions and, get some chances that way, obviously I will accept that, and I will do my best to, I'll try to play my best in those moments. But as far as like going through Q school and go to PGA Tour Americas and Korn Ferry, it's like, that just doesn't seem very appealing to me right now, to be honest. The YouTube money's pretty nice. And, but at the same time, I do, if I got a chance for the PGA Tour, I would 100% take that chance and see what I can do against those guys.
We take a quick break from Brad Dalke to give you a message from our friends at Neutrafol. If you're dealing with hair issues like thinning or shedding, but feel totally stuck on what to try next, I get it. There are so many products out there, and it's hard to know which ones are actually going to do anything. That's exactly why I gave Neutrafol a closer look. It's not just hype. It's physician-formulated, clinically tested, and even recommended by dermatologists. Neutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1.5 million people. And now, Neutrafol is the official hair growth partner of Major League Baseball. You can feel great about what you're putting into your body since Neutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF Content Certified, the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. Adding Neutrafol into your daily routine is simple. Purchase online, no prescription required, automated deliveries, and free shipping keep you on track. Plus, with a Neutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20%. You'll have access to free one-on-one naturopathic doctor consults to support you on your hair growth journey, and a Headspace meditation membership is included. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Neutrafol. For a limited time, Neutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Neutrafol.com and enter code SUBPAR. Find out why Neutrafol is the best-selling. Find out why Neutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Neutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code Subpar. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code Subpar. Now, back to Brad Dalke.
I want to ask one thing real quick, because you mentioned couldn't hit the broadside of the barn. And a lot of our listeners, I mean, they know what that feels like. Like we've been talking about Adam Schenk, what he did this past week on the PGA Tour, battling the putting yips, like going all over the place. What did you do? Because you and I talked about this in French Lick last year. Like, what did you do to turn that corner? Because now the people that watch you are like, what do you mean this guy couldn't hit it? Like you hit it on a string 350 every time.
Yeah, it's honestly crazy. And I don't, there's no like pinpoint answer. Just like when you get into the yips, there's no like pinpoint answer on how it happened. It just, you kind of just get into that bad headspace and you're in there for a while. But I'd say getting out of it, I finally figured out like the 2 or 3 things in my swing that really make my swing click. I found out that like I had to keep a width in my arms at the top of the backswing. If I get narrow at the top, my swing's I'm not gonna hit it very well. I found out that my head moves a lot off the ball. Like sometimes I'd take away and I had to keep my head pretty still and kind of over the ball. So like those are the 2 to 3 things that I need to keep an eye on. And I worked on those a lot for probably 2 or 3 months on the range. And then everything with YouTube and good happened right after that. And I was already on the come up a little bit. But honestly, I give a lot of the credit to YouTube in playing YouTube golf, because it's a perfect space to be able to work on things and really build confidence without risking too much, if that makes sense. Like I'm not sitting here paying $1,500 to go in a mini tour event to go work on stuff and try to build confidence in a tournament, because that's just very hard to do, as you know. If you're not going to a tournament confident, like you're probably not going to play well. So YouTube kind of gave me the perfect space to play a lot of golf under enough pressure, because there's a camera, so it can definitely expose you a little bit, because there's some nerves knowing that a million people are going to watch this video or whatever it is. But it's a perfect kind of playground to be able to work on things and build confidence, throughout the whole process. And even when I started with good, I wasn't hitting my driver or anything like I am now. It took about 6 months of really building the confidence. And finally I just found myself very confident with the driver. It wasn't like a pinpointed, like, okay, now I'm good. Now I'm hitting the driver great. It just was a slow build. And all of a sudden I was like, damn, I feel like I can hit every fairway and swing as hard as I want now, and I feel great over the ball. So I think it's a matter of, for people listening, if you're struggling with it, I think you have to find, whether it's going to lesson or whatever, find the main keys in your swing that give you issues and what you need to do to fix those, and then grind it on the range, but also go to the course a lot, as much as you can, and really work on it as much as you can on the course, because that's where confidence is built. I could, even when I had the driver yips, I could go on the range and hit, 20 straight drivers in a row and be fine. But then as soon as I got on the course, it would go everywhere. So try to get a little pressure on it by going on the course, seeing a fairway, having to hit a fairway, and try to build your confidence through that.
It's a messed up game. It's a messed up game that we play. All right, let me ask you this, Dalke. 2026 PGA Tour comes to you, hypothetical here. We're going to give you a PGA Tour card, Brad. No signature events, but you get the rest of the season, all the events, however many you want to play. But you got to give up YouTube golf and good. Would you take that?
I'd say, man.
Ooh,
I'd say if I knew good was in the back pocket.
Yeah, after the next year, if it went wrong, if it didn't go well.
If it went wrong, if I knew good was like, hey, if it doesn't go right, you can always come back, then 100%. If not, then I genuinely don't know, because as you know, it's a risk. There's so many good players. There's so much. You have to obviously play well, but there's obviously a lot of luck involved too. Playing well at the right times. To be able to win a tournament, you have to get a little lucky throughout the week. I genuinely don't know if I had to fully give up YouTube full time. I don't know if I would take that risk, because I truly am so happy doing what I'm doing right now. It's playing. I'm playing golf all the time, which I love the game of golf. I'm playing well, which is obviously fun. I'm getting to compete still here and there. Obviously not in true tournaments, but still getting to compete for. And I think YouTube's going to keep going that way. There's more tournaments for money, and it's so much less stress. The golf grind, the pro golf grind is just full of stress, especially when you're not playing well. And it's just, life just seems more fun these days than it was when I was doing pro golf. So it's definitely, I think if I knew good was in the back burner, I'd definitely give it a try for a year. If I'd fully give up YouTube, then I might have to think about that one, because I mean, YouTube space has been very helpful for me, and it's done a lot for me.
Yeah, I mean, 2 tournaments this year, you made $453,000, so that didn't suck, and that doesn't count all the other stuff.
That's behind Scottie, but not a whole lot of other guys.
I'll say this. If the CJ Cup Byron Nelson doesn't give you a spot right there in Dallas next year, I'm not sure what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, you tell him, not me.
Okay, I'll do it.
We'll get on the horn.
I'll take 5% of what you make at Craig Ranch, because that golf course is built for you.
Deal. I'm in.
I love it.
That course will be a good one for me. I agree.
There it is. And then you'll have the good event in Austin.
Yeah,
that's awesome for you guys. Congratulations on pulling that off. You guys got Big Break coming too. That's sweet. But is it for sure you're going to get a spot in Austin? I mean, I feel like you got to play in that.
Yeah, it's not for sure. I do, because I'm playing in the Big Break with Sean as well. And then we'll have, I guess, 10 others. Don't quote me on that. I don't know exactly how many are going to be in it, but we're all going to be competing for one of the spots. And so don't know exactly what, I mean, I don't know if we're trying to see if one of us wins it or the Big Break or not, or what we're doing, but hopefully I do get one of those spots in that event, and that'd be awesome. I mean, Barton Creek is an unbelievable spot. The Canyon's course down there. We were down in Austin for the announcement. We did some videos out there, and that course is unbelievable. So we're super pumped for it. Obviously, it's been in the talks for a long time. I think for 9 or 10 months now, and I wasn't part of those talks. It's all the kind of higher ups with Good, Matt Kendrick, the CEO, and all those guys. But they did a hell of a job on getting the deal done, because it's not as easy as just going to the PGA Tour and saying, hey, we want to sponsor this event, and let's get it going. There's a lot of work behind the scenes, and they did a great job. And we're excited for it. Whether hopefully I'm playing, but even if I'm not, just being down there and being a part of it all will be great. And hopefully we can get some big names into a fall event and really make it a special event. Yeah,
and bring a different audience. That's for sure. And that's what I mean. We want on the PGA Tour is to bring this younger, different audience that y'all have, and get more of them involved in professional golf as well. When y'all do these matches and stuff, is there one you haven't played yet that you're like, hey, this would be my dream match?
Like against someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to get Scottie, and Scottie's, because I've known Scottie forever, and we started playing. I think we played our first tournament together when I was 6 and he was 7, and so we've known each other for forever. We traveled together in junior golf and all that. But he's a tough one, just because he does not care anything at all about social media. Like, he is the most anti YouTube golfer. I'm not saying he hates YouTube golf, but he just doesn't care about social media whatsoever. And so he's a hard one. Like, I'm wanting to get him in for an 18-hole match or something, and I just don't think he cares he doesn't care to have clips on social media or get followers or anything like that. So, but Scottie's definitely one I want to. Sam Burns, I was good buddies with him. We're trying to figure out a time to go do a film here in the wintertime possibly. So I want to just play against any pros I can. Luckily, I do have a lot of connections through the guys I play with junior golf that are now on the PGA Tour. But I just love the competitive golf. 1v1s, 18 holes, stroke play, maybe throw some money on it, see who wins. Like, that's what I live for. So I want to go play against the best and see how I do.
Is there any one guy from the Internet Invitational that has you just a little scared?
I'd say
Frankie.
Riggs. Riggs, yeah, Riggs for sure. No, I'd say the Brian Bros and Quan. I mean, I'd say because I mean they're in the same boat. I mean, y'all know it's once you get to that kind of top level in golf, once you're whatever your handicap is gets to the 6 range +6 or whatever, it's like any given day anybody could win. The differences are so minuscule. Obviously, some guys might go through better stretches than others of playing really good golf, but I mean, obviously the Brian Bros have done pro golf. Wesley's won a PGA Tour event. Quan's won a PGA Tour China event. I played with him at OU. He's obviously a very good player. So I'd say those 3 guys, unless I'm missing someone, Peter Finch.
I thought the Peter Finch guy I'd never seen his action before. He can move it.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good. We played with him, I guess, like 2 years ago over at Royal Troon, and that was my first time, and he didn't play very well that day. But then right before the Internet Invitational, he played with us in Arkansas for a good week. And that was really the first time I'd seen him play like multiple days in a row and where he played well. and he can move the ball. He can hit it a long ways, and he's got really good action. So he's another one. I think, kind of those 4 guys, unless I'm just completely missing someone. It's just, as like right now, I think I'd give myself the odds just because I am playing really good golf right now, but it's also the differences are so minuscule that any given day, any 5 of us could win if we were playing a 5-some out there.
Yeah,
so
my money's on you.
I got you as the betting favorite as well. Last question for me on the big break. Have you picked the contestants, and how are you picking them if you haven't?
I have no say in it at all. So I don't know. I think last I heard, I think Golf Channel's picking them. I could be completely wrong on that, on who I heard that from. But so me and Sean obviously are in it, but I have no say in who else plays. I think I'm not for sure if that's a Golf Channel thing or if that's a good thing or what. But I think we're obviously trying to pick very good golfers that are in that kind of, mini tour range, guys who were kind of like me and Sean, who were just playing mini tour events, couldn't quite get status or get up to that next level, and obviously give them the chance of their big break. So I think there's going to be a lot of really good players that you maybe have heard of, maybe not have heard of, and they're going to have a chance to go out there and, get some TV time and shine. And I'm excited. Obviously, big break, there's some, janky little challenges, flop wall and, the glass break and all that are just fun. And obviously, don't know what the format's exactly going to be, but it's going to be fun to see all of us try those challenges and do some cool matches against each other and all that. So I'm pumped for it. It's going to be fun. I think we're filming down there for like 3 weeks straight at Horseshoe Bay, and can't wait for it. It's going to be awesome.
Dude, Big Break was hot in the streets back in the day. There's some good personalities on that show.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Just don't do what Chi-Chi did in the grass break.
Yeah, watch the nuts, dog.
Just be careful.
Yeah. I wore a cup that day.
Protect yourself at all times.
Seriously, Brad, congrats on everything. Good. All of YouTube golf just absolutely crushed it with this Internet Invitational. It was a lot of fun to watch, man. We're happy for you, and we look forward to see what's next.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. And yeah, next time in Scottsdale, I'll hit you guys up. We can go play a little round together.
We'll do that for sure.
All right, that was Brad Dalke joining us on Subpar, man. Guy's so freaking good. I mean, everyone in that field just toots his horn the whole way around the golf course, but he deserves it. He seriously has got the game to play on the PGA Tour, in my opinion. I had the chance to play with him last year. I'm very interested to see what he does going forward, whether it's focus on the YouTube golf or do we give it another run?
Which is going well, by the way. But those full swing yips he used to have, those driver yips, they ain't in there.
They gone.
They ain't in there anymore. He looks good, and I'm pretty sure he can get a look down there in Austin.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on with us, Brad. And the holidays are coming up, and there's nothing better than a custom gift, especially with a discount. For the first time ever, shop.golf.com is offering 15% off everything with code SUBPAR15. Birdie Juice tees, hats, whatever you want, holiday gifting, handled. Or treat yourself and gear up now at shop.golf.com. Also, do you a little favor. Landman Season 2 just came back out. Highly recommend Episode 1.
Whipped cream bikini.
Still got it.
Still, she ain't missed a step. She must be on some stem cell too, dude.
Yeah, whatever she got going on.
Get what she gets.
She's entertaining as hell too. What a show that is. All right, that's going to do it for us. We'll talk to y'all next week, Subpar.